Hello, everybody. Hello, my name is Dion Spence, and I am also a student in the University Foundations class. And yes, I just took my, what is it called? Regent Readiness report. I just did that like an hour or two ago. And unfortunately, because I waited until final hour and to complete this task, I didn't get a chance to speak with a success coach, but I'm curious now as to whether or not I should, seeing the results from my readiness report, um, or readiness inventory report, excuse me. Um, I think my main reaction is just gee, I have a lot to work on. I mean, there is not every single category, but there are quite a few that I really hadn't considered um, working on. So it'll be interesting um, to begin focusing in on those areas and really being intentional about it to just increase my skills and not have those question marks. Most of the Well, I did answer disagree on some questions, so that's why it did say, okay, you need to work on this area. But other answers were like neutral, like the middle uh, number three answer, where I didn't feel strongly either way about it. And so that was an indicator too that I might need to work on that particular area. So, you know, it's it's the things in life. But I'm glad to know that those are things that I need to work on or further develop. Not that I'm at a zero in every area, but um, you know, just to be able to also clearly outline what my big dream or the thing that I really, really want, what my passion is. I thought that was great to just focus in. And I also thought it was great that they only gave you a small amount of characters to use to state it because I started to go off into an essay and then I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I'm over. So I had to delete all of that and just go back and state, very simply and succinctly what my big dream is. Also, I liked the three biggest obstacles and three strategies and resources, um, answering those questions as well, because sometimes we know what our problems are or our obstacles are, but it gets overwhelming to the point where we don't necessarily realize what specifically it is that seems to be in our way. Also, for the part about the strategies and resources, sometimes we have strategies and sometimes we do have resources available to tackle those issues or those obstacles, and we just may not have taken the time to sit and think about it. So I thought that was great as well. Um, I like the detailed report that really kind of breaks down each category and kind of gives you that resource that you can use, um, especially the free resource, the Carpenter's Apprentice guide that we automatically get just from being students at Regent. So thank you, Regent, for doing that for us. And, the option to speak with a success coach also is very appealing because sometimes there are things that you just don't have the expertise for. That's why the report is telling you, hey, you need to work on that. So it's good, and you may not have the right people around you, or maybe even if you do have good people around you, they may not have expertise, or you may just want another opinion. Because sometimes when people are very familiar with you, or if they heard your story or they think they know you, sometimes they slant their what they say to you or their suggestions to you based on that, and not based off of just really objectively and just coming from a neutral standpoint where they're not invested one way or the other. So it will be, interesting to hear what a success coach will have to say about these recommendations in my life, and maybe even, retaking the Regent Readiness inventory again, just to, see if my mood had influenced how I answered the questions, or maybe even just to explore why I feel the way I do about certain areas. Maybe I have a level of success in the area, but it may not just be to the level that I feel I want to be at. So the development may not be as critical in that area, but it's still something to look at on improving. So I hope I'm being clear enough. But, this is my reaction to the Regent Readiness Inventory Report. I really wasn't too sure what it was, but now that I did it, I'm kind of glad I did. I would have probably very much benefited from a success coach. I'm pretty sure at this point that I would have benefited from a success coach. So, we'll see how that goes. Um, that's my reaction. So, thank you for watching, and God bless.